Dear English Language Arts and Literature, why are you so frustrating? Before I even begin this rant, I would like to personally thank all of my English language arts and literature teachers for really trying to ingrain in me the beauty and the power that is contained in the English language. Thanks to them, I can kind of speak English, and I'm not fluent or anything, but here we go. Anyway, English language and literature. Prepare yourselves for a very heated rant. Let's go. First big bullet point, English language arts. You begin learning English language arts when you are in preschool, then on to kindergarten, then on to elementary school, middle, high school, college, and so forth. Well, in preschool, kindergarten, and elementary school, you're supposed to have the basics down before you get into middle and high school and you really start writing. Well, here's the problem. They teach you all of the rules and regulations of writing. But then you find out later in life that a lot of those rules and regulations do not apply. Why? For example, spelling. Ever since kindergarten, you're learning how to spell simple words like cat, dog, floxenoxenahilipilification. Yeah, that's the type of spelling I was doing at home. Anyway, you begin with the simple rules of spelling. The A says A, the B says B, the C says K, the D says D, and so forth. They teach you simple rules like I before E except after C, and when sounding like A is a neighbor and way. And on weekends and holidays and all throughout May, and you'll always be wrong no matter what you say. Thank you, Brian Regan. But when you get out into the real world, you find out, oh, wait a second, there are so many exceptions to these rules, we might as well not even have them. I before E except after C, and when sounding like A is a neighbor and way. You can name a bajillion examples where that rule does not apply. Another aspect of spelling, homophones. Words that are spelled differently, but pronounced the same. What an idiot! Are you kidding me? As if English is not confusing enough. If you were doing math, you wouldn't see a 5 and a 2 and be like, oh, they have different values. Yes. Oh, you know what? They look kind of similar. Where? Why don't we just call them both 2s? Why? That doesn't make any sense. And the cousin to homophones are heteronyms, which is the exact opposite. Words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently. Lead and lead. Are you kidding me? One of them means the action of conducting a group of followers. And the other one, ammunition for both a pencil and a gun. Why? So that's my little blurb on the English language. Now on to English literature. Okay, so some of the stuff that we read and some of the stuff that we do with literature is absolutely shocking. Like, even if they made a movie about Oedipus Rex, you probably wouldn't go see it. The trailer would be like, tragedy, literature. Doesn't make sense. And a lot of the classic Greek plays are all the same. There's some hero, he makes a mistake, and everybody dies. That's just a taste of what we read in literature. What we do with literature is even worse. Like the fact that we're reading people's personal journal entries and letters. That's not okay. Guys, the title of the book is Anne Frank, Diary of a Young Girl. She's talking about her personal life. And I know that book educates us about the terrors of the Holocaust, but if we're gonna learn about history, can't we read books that are written by people for the intent of being published to the world? When Anne Frank was writing in her diary, she wasn't like, you know, in the future, people are going to be reading this, and they'll teach it in schools to people my age. She was writing to herself. She was writing in her diary. But it's a different world. We don't really understand what it's like anymore, because nobody really keeps a written journal. And if you do, you're weird. Very weird. But let me put this into perspective. Imagine if after you die, somebody takes your phone, not just your current phone, mind you, but every phone you've ever owned, and they remove every single picture, video, email, text message, social media posts, print it out, put it in a book, and teach it to kids in school. I wouldn't want people doing that in a million years. I'm sorry for ranting. I just think that there are so many frustrating aspects of the English language. I'm just gonna get it off my chest. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Have a good day.